So I wanted to make this video in regards to getting enough sleep and ensuring that you're rested and recovered for the next day, because sleep is important. We all need sleep, and it helps us feel more energized, and it kind of gives us that sense of energy that we need to do the next day's tasks. And you know, if we don't get enough sleep, what happens? We feel tired, we feel like shit, we don't want to do work, and we don't actually, like, especially if you're, even if your goal is to like even get a good like body or whatever, it helps with that too. So definitely everyone should be getting enough sleep. It's a fundamental thing to real life. Like, if you want to see results in anything, sleep is 100% important, because we all need sleep. So I wanted to talk about why you're probably not getting enough sleep. I had problems with my sleep like ages ago. This is because of mental health and stuff like that, and I had a lot of anxiety at night. But I won't necessarily touch on that in this video. Maybe meditation might help, breathing exercises and stuff like that. That may help, so look into that. Definitely start to research different things, maybe talk to sleep experts, because I do know that they're legitimate doctors and stuff. I know a kinesiologist helped me with that, with sleeping and stuff like that, because, anxiety. So I wanted to touch on time in bed versus actual sleep. So a lot of people tend to think like, oh, 7 to 9 hours of sleep. All right, so obviously I want to get as, like, you do want to get as much sleep as possible. A lot of people opt for the 7-hour option because it's the most time efficient, right? And they'll go to bed 11 maybe, and then wake up at 6, or not even, maybe, yeah, 12 to 7 or 11 to 6, right? And you opt for that, you'll probably go to bed like 7 hours. So you make sure you get that 7-hour sleep. But what you're doing is you're actually getting less sleep than the actual 7 hours, because you've spent 7 hours in bed, yes, but you haven't actually spent the amount of time needed for sleep. So you might have only spent 6 hours sleeping, and that's probably why you're extremely tired or fatigued the next day, and you're not recovering properly. So I would recommend getting 8 to 10 hours of sleep, or 8 to 10 hours in bed at least, because you need to give yourself that gap of, and also take into consideration, if you're exercising a lot and you're using a lot of mental power and all of that, you're kind of optimizing your day. I would try to get 9 to 10, because even like in bed hours, as much as you can, definitely, because your brain and your body needs that rest, especially if you're kind of using it to its maximal capabilities throughout the day. So yeah, if you wanted to like kind of just set a time to go to bed, that's what I do. Set a time specifically to go to bed. But what you want to do is go, like, I leave 8 hours for my sleep, right? But what I do to get extra sleep or whatever, I kind of go to bed an hour earlier than I usually do. So I kind of get 9 or 8.5, like half an hour to an hour earlier, and I start to spend time in bed. Then I do my meditation, and then I put on my sleep tracker, and then go straight to bed. And I just kind of spend some time in bed, try to breathe and relax myself so I can go to bed. And that's what I do. That's kind of like my night routine, you can call it, I guess. And the meditation definitely helps with helping me sleep and stuff like that. You can also do something called sleep meditation in the middle of the day, but it's kind of a bit more advanced, so I won't go too much into that. You can look into that if you want, if you find you're not getting enough sleep and you kind of need hours at the start and the end of the day, and midday you're a bit free, especially for a personal trainer like me. Like, fuck, bro, you gotta do like early mornings and then late nights. Like, it's fucking terrible, but it's rewarding. It's a very fulfilling job that I'm very grateful to have. So But yeah, so if you are kind of struggling with sleep, I hope this kind of helped with that. And yeah, just make sure you kind of set specific times to go to bed, and make sure, you're 100% relaxed. Like, you're not anxious or having those last minute thoughts right before bed. Like, obviously, it's fine if you do, but just realize that, hey, this is time to go to bed. Like, this is time for my mind and my body to relax and rest. And it's time for you. It's time for, like, your kind of to put yourself, at ease at that point. Because, or maybe some tasks aren't done and you're thinking of like work related tasks in the back of your mind. You're like, oh, I gotta do that, and I just had this idea, and then this person did this, and then this this social media post, oh my gosh, and this person posted on YouTube or something, like. And also, yeah, I'd recommend actually turning your phone on airplane mode during the night, so you don't actually get any notifications or whatever, so you can kind of switch off from reality, not from the virtual world, so switch off from the virtual world, and you just kind of refrain from screen technology and all of that kind of stuff before bed. Like, it's good to do that. Obviously it's a bit hard, but you can also, what you can do is put your phone on night mode or something. I think it's in settings, and you can put it in. I'll take like a screen recording, so I'll show you, and just like put that on, because I think that's important to know. Yeah, so I hope you got some value out of this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked it, give it a like. And if you're interested on the topic of self-improvement, just like I am, please consider giving this channel a subscribe. It's a win-win for the both of us. Peace. Yo, and another thing that might help with sleeping and stuff like that, with like the screen time before bed, if you find that it's very hard to like refrain from going on your screen right before bed, you can also get a pair of blue light glasses. You can look them up, and that'll help with like taking in blue light and stuff like that. If you have like a TV or computer screen that you might be near and you can't really swap that, like the settings or whatever. But it's also good to get even just for, normal use of computers and technology and stuff. So yeah, have a look into that. I hope that helps.